those are the things that were giving me so much strength to be able to not necessarily prove people wrong, but to prove people wrong at the end of the day.
Assalamualaikum, hello everyone. Selamat datang ke Sembang Santai by Grab. Satu series yang bercerita tentang kehidupan sesetengah individu yang memberikan inspirasi kepada orang. Kisah yang mungkin pernah ada cabaran nak give up, nak menempuh halangan yang tak pernah dia terfikir. But it is what it is. So, episod kali ni menempuhi halangan hidup. Ada Brandon Gan, PL player, national player. Hello Brandon.
Hello, very good to be here. Thank you very much.
How are you?
Very, very well at the moment. You know, just come from training, so feeling good.
Dan di sini ada Tuan Helmi, Abang Helmi. Sihat abang?
Ya, sihat. Alhamdulillah
Semua
sihat.
baik ya?
Ya, baik.
So maybe we can start with you, Brandon. Some people might know you as a very famous Brandon Gan, KL player, national player. But who's actually Brandon Gan?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's a good question. You know, I was born in Australia.
Okay.
My father was from Negeri Sembilan, and he moved to Australia when he was about 20 years old to study.
Okay.
And that's where he met my mother, and the rest of that is history, you know. So I did grow up in Australia, playing a lot of different sports, and you know, making sure that I dabbled in everything. You know, in Australia, I think that's the culture. You do swimming, you do tennis, you do badminton, even you do soccer, and yeah, when I was there, my father saw that I enjoyed a lot of different sports and had me outdoors, and he just saw that I was very good at badminton and I was very good at football.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't
know this.
Yeah, crazy, you know. And so I had to really choose between whether I would pursue badminton or whether I'd pursue football.
Okay.
And at the time, I wasn't such an individual person, an individual player. So I focused towards, you know, my friends played football. From there, got better and better at it. So my father sort of pushed me towards that route. Okay. But it would have been still amazing if I could have played badminton. Would have been
no. The moment you say that, I just imagine how it could be, apart from Brandon Gan scoring a winning goal, to Brandon Gan gonna play the third set of badminton.
It'd be amazing because, you know, Malaysia, you know, has some very good badminton players and are very successful. So that would have been a good plan as well. But I went down the football plan.
Abang Helmi.
Okay.
Abang Helmi sekarang bekerja bermasa sebagai pemandu Grab.
Betul.
Dah berapa lama bang?
Sudah nak jejak 4 tahun dah.
4 years Grab driver. Before that?
Before dia saya tentera darat.
Tentera darat.
Ramai.
Oh, okay. Yang tu berapa lama berkhidmat?
20 tahun.
20 tahun being in army.
Join army tahun 2000 dan bersara hujung tahun 2020.
Kenapa bersara? Apa yang jadi sebenarnya?
Bersara sebab masalah kesihatan saya lah.
Okay.
Saya disahkan mengidap penyakit BHL lah. Okay, BHL ni nama saintifik dia von Hippel-Lindau.
Okay.
Yang mana penyakit ni dia mutasi tumor dengan sendirinya dalam saraf kita. Penyakit ni dari kecil dah ada, maknanya dia disebabkan keturunan, genetik, genetiknya simptom lah. Masa
in your family before you, is there any grandfather?
My father has passed away, meninggal sebab kanser lah, tapi masa tu dia tak dapat trace sebagai BHL lah. Okay. So dalam laporan doktor tu dia sebabkan kanser tekak lah.
Is the genetic system, is it like the same cancer or different cancer?
Dia penyakit ni dia siapa boleh terima.
Okay.
Disebabkan genetik. Dia XY kan, kita tak tahu kromosom tu. Dia dalam 1 juta umat manusia ni kena seorang. So dalam dunia ni saya ada komuniti dia lah.
The moment when doctor diagnose you about the disease, right? So what's your first reaction bang? Apa reaksi abang yang first kali bila abang apa yang mula abang terfikir?
Sebab yang first dapat trace sakit ni dulu, iaitu adik saya yang nombor 6.
Okay.
So yang adik lelaki yang nombor 6 ni, dia lepasan SPM ni dia kena macam penyakit cirrhosis, maknanya tulang belakang bengkok.
17 years old with that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So dia yang pertama dapat trace lah. Then dia dibawa ke HKL untuk check lah.
Yeah,
Then dia ada some
dia, okay.
and then some small operation and want to check what type of tumor lah.
Yeah.
Tapi jala dah tiba lah, maknanya umur dia tak panjang. Masa operation tu dia meninggal lah.
Your youngest brother. Oh,
Masa adik saya nombor 6 tu kena, lepas tu adik yang nombor 4 tu dah jatuh, ada something jatuh lah. Jatuh bila air apa, dia pun ada masalah berjalan masa tu.
Okay.
Dalam masa dia hari dia di SK dia meninggal tu, adik perempuan nak admit hospital yang sama. And then kita terpaksa keluarkan adik yang nombor 4 tu. Kita terpaksa batalkan dia punya operation lah. Itu yang orang kata something yang dugaan yang paling teruk lah masa tu. Masa tu saya masih sihat lagi, saya masih service.
Okay.
And then that's why saya bantu keluarga semua, walaupun and then saya pun dah kahwin masa tu. And then masa tu tahun 2011 tu saya dah mula rasa sakit di
2011 where it started?
Sudah sakit di bahagian pinggang ke bawah lah.
Before that, because your brother had this
Yeah.
problem, did you know that it was genetic then?
My sister tahu.
My sister.
Yang tahu dia sebab dia dah selepas kita orang bawa keluar dia daripada hospital HKL tu, then kita paksa bawa dia pergi ke PPM lah. Kat PPM tu dia ada pakar genetik lah.
Okay.
And then kita scan lah.
Okay,
Daripada situ saya dapat tahu yang my sister ni have VHS syndrome lah. Masa tu saya pun sihat lagi. So daripada pakar keluarga tu dia check untuk satu family lah. Cumanya saya lambat check masa tu. Then pada tahun 2011 tu dah start sakit lah. Saya makan painkiller. Kadang-kadang terpaksa tahan. Majority sakit 7-9.
I cannot imagine
Dia
how.
punya skala punya sakit kan. Setiap malam 7-9. Dan sepanjang 2016 sampai 2017 tu saya memang tak boleh tidur baring. Tidur duduk.
How can you sleep like this?
For 2 years. Sorry, is it the type of disease
Yeah.
if you catch early, then it is not such a big problem, or is it if you check up late, then can be very big problem?
When I trace that disease is lately, that's why the tumor is
Grow bigger.
going to big.
Okay. So
Itu
very
sebab
important to check.
bila
right?
kita lambat check, dia akan membesar lah. Kalau kita dapat check early macam sebesar jerawat ke apa, dia just laser je.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
Itu je lah.
But Brandon kan, people might know that you had, how many times you had surgery on your knee too?
Yeah, so I've had one on my right and one on my left.
As a football player, I think the most injury that player will scared of is knee injury, right?
Of course.
Injury.
So, but you had it 2 times, Brandon,
Yeah.
and both left and right.
Yeah.
So, what was your frustration when you know that this surely I had problem with my knee? So, what's your first reaction when it happens actually?
Yeah, so the first time that I did my right ACL,
Okay.
sounds really, really weird, but I was almost excited because it's a new journey. It's a new something I'm learning about.
Okay.
Something I'm interested in the body and how it works and how
Okay,
it functions.
okay.
So already I am interested. But for me, it is my livelihood, right? So for me, that's what I think hurt the most.
Okay.
Is that I potentially, and from when I did the ACL, a lot of people were not coming back from ACLs.
Okay.
A lot of athletes cannot make it back, do not have the proper treatments, do not have the proper rehab program to be able to become to this level again,
Okay,
right?
I get it.
So for me, that was what I was most nervous about, is that I would never make it back to football. But again, I was still excited about the process.
The first one.
The first one. But then the second time that I did one, my left one, which was 1 year apart. That one was the biggest mental challenge that I had at the time that I had faced, only because I knew the process. I knew what I had to do. It was very monotonous, like very boring, because I knew exactly every day I would come for treatment, I would do these exercises. You know, so it will become so boring
the surgery
for
part
me,
is
you know?
okay. The surgery
The
part is
surgery
okay.
part is no problem.
The rehab part.
The rehab part is the killer. You know?
Same like me.
Yeah, for sure, right? And I think the biggest problem, like, luckily enough, I went back to Australia. I had a very good surgeon.
Okay.
So the surgery was very good. I had my family around me, supporting me.
Okay.
You know, my wife was driving me around. My mother, my father was helping me, you know. So I didn't have a problem in the support, but it was more the mental battle. And I believe you would feel the same way, Tuan Helmi, is that you go through surgery, okay, no problem, all right? You understand the surgery part because the doctor says you must do this, and you just say, okay, right?
You can bear the pain.
You can, right? Because you know that it will not last forever, right? But the
must trust
rehab
the doctor,
side of it is the mental battle, because you are by yourself.
Yeah.
You have 24 hours in one day. How long are you by yourself and how long are you with your friends and family, right? So those moments where you will have those 20 seconds, 30 seconds of thinking, oh my God, what am I doing now? You know, how am I going to get through this next rehab? I'm so bored. I need to do this. I need to do that, but I don't have the motivation to do this, you know? And I think that's where these type of moments where we're talking to each other and discussing our challenges that we went through. I sat here, I listened to Tuan Helmi for that last 5 minutes, and I feel so inspired already, you know? And I think that's the beautiful thing, is that in those moments of times where you are down on yourself, you don't know what to do, you don't know what is next, there's always something out there that can really inspire you and help you along, you know?
But for an active football player to be diagnosed by a testicular cancer, do you consider to retire?
To be honest, those thoughts were more so when I had done my ACL.
Okay.
Not knowing a lot of people going through this, injury at the time, I thought I'm done, you know. But luckily, I had the support around me to push me every day, to make sure that I was, doing my best to at least turn up, you know. And I think that's the important thing, you know. Sometimes, some days you don't want to do the rehab. Some days you don't want to do the extra work.
I know
right?
that. I know that.
And this is in anyone in their life. Sometimes they just don't want to go to work, right? You have a bad day, you wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you don't want to go to work, right?
Yeah.
Those are the moments where I had the support to push me to be able to, okay, you must do this, you know? If you really want to get back, if you really want to succeed with your dreams, then you must do these things, you know? And I think that's the best part, was having the support around me. Okay. But for sure, I had these moments that I was very down on myself, that my career was over, what to do next, this type of thing. For sure, I had these feelings,
Tapi Bang Helmi, macam tadi Brandon cakap kan, for sure akan ada moment yang rasa nak give up, I'm done. Tapi bila tengok balik around your wife, your kids, there's the people that still need us, that's why.
Right.
Tapi untuk abang pula, pernah ada rasa macam tu? Pernah rasa macam tu?
Before you answer that, Tuan Helmi,
Pernah.
I think you would have that every day at the army training camp. You would know for sure how hard, how physical, how mentally you must prepare for army. For sure you have those days where you don't want to go to work.
Tapi bila nak give up tu, apa benda yang paling abang pernah rasa macam tak apalah?
Masa saya dalam army ni, saya diajar macam tidak boleh give up lah.
Okay.
Sebab saya dalam army ni, saya dipertanggungjawab sebagai pegawai masa tu kan.
Okay.
Saya ada jaga anak buah. Tapi bila sebab sakit ni, dia memang total saya betul-betul jatuh lah. Saya kata, ya Allah, adakah hidup ni macam itu dugaan tu, Allah nak balas dia sebab salah dosa dulu ke apa, apa kan. Kita cakap pada diri sendiri kan. Dah lah, orang kata sakit, lepas tu bersara awal. And then masa tu, dalam masa yang sama PKP lagi. Ya, kita memang ada simpanan, tapi makin lama simpanan dia akan susut lah. Memang down lah masa tu. And then saya pun terfikir macam mana saya nak bina balik kan. Then that's why saya register buat Grab lah.
Brendan, you want to share your journey during your cancer process?
Yeah, I think much to the same. You know, we have very similar story in terms of finding out about cancer and whatnot. But the first time I found out about my cancer, I had actually gone to a doctor here in Malaysia, and I had felt something on my testicle, and I had a little bit of pain.
Oh, okay.
So I thought better to check up. You know, it never hurts to check up, right? So I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, no problem, you're fine. I left it for maybe 6 months. I went away to World Cup qualifying camp in Dubai. And this was during COVID, so it was a bubble.
Yeah.
I came back from that camp. We had to do quarantine. In this quarantine, I had one day where I felt a lot of pain for maybe 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
But then nothing.
Continuously?
No pain. Continuously for 1 hour. But after that, no pain whatsoever.
Okay.
So I thought to myself, better I go check up again, maybe get a second opinion about this, you know? You know, I can always remember picturing the time I walked into the room, and I walked in and he was so happy and laughing, and we were joking and saying hello, everything. His face was almost just nothing is wrong.
Okay.
And then he checked. I've never seen a face change so quickly before. Because when he checked, I said, doctor, your poker face is very, very bad, right? You cannot keep a straight face. He almost everything just dropped. His smile went away and straight to his phone. I need to get the radiologist in here right now. So in my mind, I had no idea what was going on.
Oh, you still don't get it at that moment?
Well, other than because I not see the scan, I not see nothing. It was just him saying, we need to get you checked up right now. So I had to go down to the head radiologist, and basically I forced the radiologist into telling me what was, you know, usually you must wait for the doctor to tell you. I said, doctor, you must tell me what is going on, you know, because my mind was all over the place. Luckily for me, I had a very good friend there who was just doing a normal checkup also. And I could really lean on him. It was Darren Locke at the time.
Oh, okay.
So there was nothing wrong. He was just getting normal checkup, and I could really lean on him in that moment, because it was during COVID. I had sent my wife and my child, my baby, maybe not even 1 year old, back to Australia because of the COVID, everything. I thought she needed support when I was away for the national team. Yeah, I found out then that I needed to go into surgery within the next day. And then it was, he actually said, can we do the surgery today? That's how quick? And I said, I need to talk to my wife, my child. You know, I needed to talk to, you know, my family really, you know. I also, at the time, I was with Selangor, so I had to tell the club, if I don't just turn up, of course, people would think, where is he, you know? So I think that was the hardest time of my life. But I think from what Tan Helmi was saying, you know, he was part of the army for 20 years. You learn how to overcome obstacles. You learn how to overcome challenges. And that's where I believe that my ACLs problems, okay, they're nothing as bad as cancer. This is just physical. But I really drew on those challenges to now have to tell my family, you know, I think this was possibly the hardest moment to pick up my phone. I think I sat in my car outside the hospital for 15 minutes waiting to press the dial button, you know. How do I speak and how do I tell my wife this? I pressed the phone, and you know, when you talk to your family or your friends and you say, hey, how are you? How's your day been? You know, just the normal talk, right? I cannot just speak, hey, I have cancer. You know, this is difficult.
It's not like that.
It's not like that, right? And first moment, my wife and my son pick up the phone, and straight away tears come out of my face. You know, I'm trying to hold it together to be like, can you give my child to your mother or father so I can have a chat with you? And telling them was honestly the most painful time, because straight away I knew I was burdening them. I wasn't burdening myself. I knew I had cancer. I knew what I had to do the surgery and then follow on with the chemotherapy treatments and whatnot, right? But at the time, I knew that it would hurt my family more because of the fact they cannot help me right now. They cannot do anything. They are not here. All they can do is show me words, right? Actually, it's quite funny. The craziest story was because I was with Darren Lock before.
Okay.
After I told my family, he said, just come to my place. We makan together and you know, we relax, and if you want to talk.
You tell Darren that time?
Yeah, because I had no idea what was going on. So
what did he say?
it was silence. We sat there in silence for, I think, maybe 1.5 hours. We just sit there in silence. But you know, it was so comforting, you know. I really do look fondly on those memories, you know, because my wife did everything she could to help me. She was trying to come back. COVID, it was not easy to get out of the country.
Yeah.
And also at the same time, as I said, you know, I think I was a bit selfish in a way. I didn't want my son to see me weak. I didn't want my wife to see me weak, even though we had FaceTime. She saw me at my worst moments when my hair fell out.
Yeah.
That was a big moment. Not in terms of, you know, I don't really care about my hair that much, but I mean, like, when something starts to fall out, then you know it becomes reality.
Okay.
You know, before that, I was just with the drugs that I had to do, the chemotherapy, the surgery, and nothing really physical happened other than really, really tired, some vomiting, this, that, right? But I mean, when your hair falls out, you know something physical is happening. You know you have cancer. It's a reminder that you have cancer, right? And I remember having my wife on FaceTime with me, and I was shaving the rest of what was there. You know, and we were both in tears together, just, you know, and the comforting fact, we didn't have to speak, you know, it was just that we were there for each other. But I mean, like, going back to the career part of it, not once I ever felt like I wouldn't make it back.
Not once.
Not once. I had many people telling me that I wouldn't get back, including my club, including people within, not in a bad way, but doesn't know what was going through my mind. And I was super strong in terms of my mentality at that time, drawing from the experience of my ACLs. I had people back home saying, hey, your career finished. Not obviously not in a bad way, but I mean, like, hey, maybe think of coming, you know, to...
Apart from football, just consider your life.
Exactly. And this is what the people around me were trying to do. And I think that's where, until you are in that situation, until you are surrounded by someone with cancer, or you have something like that yourself, I don't think you understand what it is like to be in that headspace, to be in that mindset. And they are only trying to help. I understand that. Concentrate on your life, concentrate on getting better. Don't think about football, don't think about it. But you know what? At the end of the day, the football, the family, they were the ones that were making me come back, making me stronger, saying I can get back there. I can do this. I will show you all I can do this, you know? So I think that those are the things that were giving me so much strength to be able to not necessarily prove people wrong, but to prove people wrong at the end of the day, that I can do this, you know? And that was what I was thinking the entire time. I never thought I would finish my career here. And I said to my wife, this isn't my time that I finish. And she really could see the strength in me when I said that to her. And she was so supportive of that. You know, she was like, yes, I agree. Let's do everything you can to get back. You know, Tuan Helmi and I, we spoke before about, you know, people have it much worse than what we do, right?
That's right.
Right? And I thought about that. I thought people do have it much worse, right? But at the end of the day, if you keep saying that in your own mind, then this time of your life, I don't feel you will grow. I don't feel you will learn, because I don't think you will accept it as something as challenging. I think the good thing, and what we spoke about before, is to have these challenges. Because you will grow, you will learn, you will become stronger when something else happens in your life. And for sure, there will be bad moments in your life. And these are the times where you can draw on all these experiences, these negative experiences, and turn them into positives.
But Bang, tadi you said about your disease is quite a genetic disease. Sorry to ask this, but anak-anak ada figure out, ada ke yang macam ni ke? Alhamdulillah masih belum. Tak ada rasa.
I have 4 anak. 2 anak dah buat test. Yang kakak negatif, yang nombor 2 positif.
Oh, okay.
Anak nombor 2. Itu yang I betul-betul down jugalah.
But how is he now? Is he okay?
Dia
macam biasa?
Dia okay. Sebab
He got the symptom. He got the symptom, but not exactly.
Now they have no symptom, but they have genetic debt.
Okay. So there's a possibility.
Yeah, possibility. Then when he younger now, and then you just focus and then you pantau lah. Maknanya daripada kecil tu kita dah pantau, so
Keep monitor.
keep monitor.
Okay.
Every year. Last 2 months dia dah buat MRI.
Okay.
So keep MRI lah every year untuk pastikan semua nerve yang dekat dalam badan ni tak ada besar.
Okay.
Setakat ni tak ada tumor lah.
Tapi how does Grab actually helps you?
Grab ni bagi pada saya dia kelebihan bagi insentif pada driver, and then you for OKU lah, OKU driver. So ada kelebihan kat situ lah.
Okay, dari Coach. Sorry ya abang, saya potong. As an sebagai driver yang OKU, pernah tak ada macam perception daripada some passengers? Macam bang, why OKU? Did they ever ask that?
That's why. They look at me, is very normal person, and then after that dia tengok saya ada tongkat, so they ask me why you use the crutches? Yeah. Kata, I have a OKU for this. Explain lah. Every time people they want to ask, I explain all my history.
Yeah.
History lah.
But that's amazing, you know, because of Grab, you are able to have those interactions with so many people all every day, you know.
Yeah.
And then those people are so inspired every time they step out of the car, you know.
Cumanya dalam yelah kita kan dulu sebelum ni tentera ke apa.
Okay.
Saya ambil satu point je. Kalau dalam tentera ni saya serve untuk my country lah.
Okay.
Itu saya punya impian lah.
Okay.
Tapi dalam Grab ni saya serve untuk people lah.
Wow.
You said just now that there's two things: serve for a country and serve for people.
Yeah.
It looks like serve for a country is really big stuff.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
True.
But sometimes, okay, let's say you now, you're a Grab driver, but you serve for people. Sometimes you just make a people life easier, and it means more than everything.
Yeah.
You get what I mean or not?
Yeah. But I mean, exactly what you're saying, like a country is made up of people.
Yeah.
If you inspire those people, if you help those people, you are helping the country.
Yeah.
So you are doing the same thing.
Yeah,
when you were helping the single person, you know.
So but cuma macam bang, kalau nak bercakap tentang orang yang mungkin ada masalah sama ataupun masalah kesihatan yang lain, apa pesanan abang untuk mereka?
Jangan putus asa lah.
Jangan putus asa.
Lepas tu yang penting redha lah. Selagi walaupun kita tak putus asa, tapi kita tak redha, kita takkan tak dibuat apa-apa lah. Benda tu akan menghantui kita. So bila kita tak putus asa dan kita redha, so kita ada berimpian something untuk bina kita punya kerjaya ataupun pendapatan kita, kita aimkan yang tu. So yang penyakit ni akan lama dia akan lupa lah. Just live on, move on lah. Jangan anggapkan lepas tu dalam masa yang sama kita fikirkan lagi ada orang lain lagi susah daripada kita.
For you, Brendan, so you have any words for maybe there's a lot out there that maybe just diagnosed with the cancer, just like you before.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you have any words for them?
Yeah, funnily enough, I had a close coach who his son, identical situation to myself. He just found out about it. I think he was 21, 22 with you maybe. And I said, give him my number. If he needs anything, you know. It kind of felt like when I was in that situation, and he wrote me all these different questions. I think there was 20 questions. And I took time to go through all the questions for him just to put him at ease, you know, because I'd already been through that experience. And I still check up on him now. He's going through his chemotherapy and whatnot. And the funniest part, getting back to what you were saying, is that when I was going through my rehab of the chemotherapy and the surgery and whatnot, because my wife wasn't here, she used to send me a gift of some sort most times. And And one thing that she always sent me was a puzzle.
Okay.
So I had these puzzles, and this is a long-winded story, but I mean, this could possibly help someone in the situation, is that I would do these puzzles and I would get to a point where I cannot find one piece. I cannot find anything, and I'd get frustrated. I'd walk away, and then I would come back later on, maybe an hour later, and I would find one piece. And as soon as I found that piece, I don't know why, but I would find another piece and another piece and another piece. I would find 3-4 pieces directly in a row. And I think, wow, this is amazing. And then all of a sudden I cannot find another piece. And I was thinking to myself when I was going through this, I had a lot of time to sit in my house and think to myself, right?
I understand.
But when I was thinking, you know, a lot of people when I went through cancer, they would always say, sorry, sorry, sorry. Sorry you have this, sorry you have that. And they would try to do their utmost to do everything they could to help me. When really all they had to do, and the most significant moments, were the times where I sat there in silence with someone. Like when I told you about Darren, like when I told you about my wife. And those were the most important things to me. And I think if someone else a message can be sent out there to bring it back to the puzzle, be that one piece. You don't have to be 10, 12, 15 pieces. You don't have to do everything to fix the puzzle for them. You can just be that one piece, because that one piece opens up the ability to find more pieces for that person.
Be a bridge for it.
The metaphor when I was thinking about this was so true in my mind, because those moments of silence and so simple, that one piece made me almost more motivated, more hungry to get better, to get back. So for me, just to see those one little percenters, those one piece of the puzzle, made me find so much more of that puzzle to fix myself, you know? So I believe that if you can be that one piece for someone, then that person can really take control of their life and push forward. You don't need to be the 20 pieces. You know?
Like I said just now, sometimes you feel like you're just doing a very tiny thing.
Yeah.
But it means a lot.
So much more. Right. Correct.
Tapi bang, lepas apa yang abang dah cerita, macam mana segala keperitan tu membentuk diri abang dan juga membentuk kehidupan abang sebenarnya yang hari ni?
Yang pertama, bersyukurlah.
Rasa lebih bersyukur.
Rasa lebih bersyukur lah. Sebabnya masih masih still here, masih boleh memandu. Kita perlu ada jati diri untuk lebih maju ke depan lah.
Betul.
Demi untuk keluarga lah.
How about you, Brendan?
It's hard to put it into words really, because I don't think you can all of a sudden one day go from, okay, I have this problem and now I'm so much better than what I was before, right? But I think these experiences that I went through, as I mentioned, you know, I think they've given me a different outlook on life, a different mindset that I go into other challenges, you know, whether it's work related, whether it's family related. I think they're the ability to have a positive mindset and outlook on I can do anything really in life. Whether that happens or not is another question, because it doesn't matter if I fail, right? But as long as I'm trying to get where I want to be or do what I want to do. I think if you ask anyone that is close to me, you know, I'm always the positive one, and probably overly positive at sometimes, too much positivity, you know.
I know, that's Brendan Gunn.
You know, so you know, I think that's where it's sort of shaped me, and I think that's where it will push me on into the future as well, is that whatever I want to do and get into and focus on, I think that mindset will really help me within the next part of my pledge, you know.
Segala cerita inspirasi daripada Tuan Helmi dan juga Brendan Gunn kita dah dengar. Aku pun bila fikir balik, kadang-kadang cerita tu kita tak pernah terfikir sebesar tu ujian untuk orang, seberat tu ujian untuk orang. Tapi itulah kadang-kadang bagi kita perkara tu mungkin kecil, tapi untuk setengah orang ia adalah satu perkara yang sangat besar. So untuk Tuan Helmi, cerita yang sangat memberi inspirasi dan dugaan yang sangat berat. Dia sangat kuat untuk go through segala ujian dia, dan begitu juga dengan Brendan Gunn. Tak semua pemain bola sepak akan ada menghadapi pembedahan lutut sebanyak 2 kali. Tapi Brendan Gunn ada both kiri dan kanan.
Masih kuat
masih beraksi comeback untuk national team. So tak semua orang boleh mampu buat macam tu. Dan kemudian dengan kanser, tapi itulah mindset. At the end of the day, support system pun, you have to be strong on support system, your family, your circle, your friends. So yeah, itu untuk menempuhi halangan hidup.